Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Did Ben Affleck predict Jennifer Lopez's affection for Yellowstone fame Kevin Costner? The suppositions about Jennifer Lopez and Kevin Costner's connection have now made a widespread curiosity, making the fans revisit old moments that might hold clues about their relationship dynamics. One intriguing theory suggests that Ben Affleck, Lopez's ex-husband, may have foreseen her admiration for Costner long before their separation. The speculation dates back to early 2023 when Ben Affleck appeared on the Bill Simmons podcast. During the conversation, he mentioned Lopez's enthusiasm for the TV series Yellowstone, a show led by Kevin Costner. According to Affleck, his then-wife's intense interest in the show left him feeling slightly unsettled. This lighthearted remark, quoted in a report by People, has now gained fresh attention as fans link it to Lopez's reported admiration for Costner's work, including his involvement in the movie Horizon, the American Saga. While these comments might have seemed innocuous at the time, they fueled fan theories suggesting Affleck might have sensed a deeper connection between Lopez and Costner, especially as their respective marriages ended around the same time. Recently, in December 2024, rumors of a potential romance began to swirl after Lopez and Costner were spotted together in Aspen. The two, who were reportedly on separate trips, were seen enjoying drinks and socializing with friends. Some of the sources claim that they instantly connected and spent significant time together. However, insiders have clarified that Costner is not actively seeking a serious relationship. Following his divorce from Christine Baumgartner, after nearly 20 years of marriage, Costner has focused on spending time with his children and enjoying a peaceful personal life. According to People, he is content in his current state, prioritizing family and friends over romantic commitments. Neither Lopez nor Costner has confirmed any romantic involvement. Still, fans are eager to learn and get more things about them. For now, their interaction remains a source of fascination and speculation, leaving the public to wonder if this connection will blossom into something more. It was a slow night in Hollywood, the kind of evening where the stars above Los Angeles burned just a little brighter, whispering secrets that only the truly attuned could decipher. Somewhere in the hills, behind the wrought iron gates of a mansion big enough to get lost in, Ben Affleck leaned back into a leather chair, nursing a bourbon, a smirk playing on his lips. "Kevin Costner," he muttered, shaking his head with a knowing chuckle. "I should have seen it coming." To the outside world, it would have seemed like a bizarre statement. But to those who had been watching the slow, soap opera-worthy unraveling of Ben and Jennifer's Hollywood romance, it was yet another twist in a love story that refused to follow a predictable script. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, the ultimate on-again, off-again power couple, had defied the odds when they rekindled their early 2000s love affair, tying the knot in a grand affair that screamed fairy tale. But Hollywood is not a place where fairy tales stay neatly wrapped in their happily ever after bows. And when J.Lo started mentioning Yellowstone a little too often, Ben had a hunch. He had seen it before, the way her eyes lit up at a certain kind of leading man. The ones with an aura of rugged masculinity that screamed strength and independence. The Marlboro Man type. The lone cowboy who rides off into the sunset with his morals intact. And to have embodied that more than Kevin Costner. The Yellowstone obsession begins. At first, it was just an innocent indulgence. Jennifer had always been one for drama, for sweeping love stories that transported her into worlds where passion ruled in complications made for a juicier plotline. Yellowstone, with its power struggles, betrayal, and undeniable chemistry between its leads, was tailor-made for her. Ben had noticed her fascination one evening when they were curled up on the couch, the fire crackling in the background, his laptop open as he pretended to work. "You watching that cowboy soap again?" he teased, glancing at the screen where Kevin Costner, in all his weathered, no-nonsense glory, brooded over his sprawling Montana ranch. Jennifer didn't even blink. "It's Yellowstone," she corrected him, as if he had just dismissed the works of Shakespeare. Ben smirked. "You've seen this episode before. So you rewound that scene where Costner's character saves the day. Twice." Jennifer rolled her eyes, but Ben had caught the hint of a smile playing at the corner of her lips. That was when he knew. The Kevin Costner factor. Kevin Costner wasn't just another actor to Jennifer Lopez. He was an archetype, a symbol of something deeper. He was the man who always had a plan. Whether it was leading a baseball team in Field of Dreams, protecting Whitney Houston in The Bodyguard, or ruling the ranch in Yellowstone, he carried an air of authority that was hard to ignore. Ben could respect that. He'd grown up on Costner movies, admired the guy himself. But admiration and competition were two different things. JoLo was a woman who gravitated toward strength, toward the kind of presence that filled a room before a word was even spoken, and Kevin Costner had that in spades. Ben took another sip of his drink and sighed. "Knew I should have worn a cowboy hat more often." Did he predict it? Hindsight is a funny thing. The signs had been there for months. Jennifer casually mentioning Yellowstone during interviews, slipping quotes from John Dutton, Costner's character, into everyday conversation, even throwing out the idea of visiting Montana just for fun. Ben had even joked about it at dinner parties. "If she ever runs off to a ranch in Montana, don't say I didn't warn you," he'd say, earning chuckles from Matt Damon and the rest of their inner circle. But beneath the humor, there had been a grain of truth. Because Hollywood relationships were like wild horses, hard to tame, impossible to predict, and always ready to bolt when the wind changed direction. And now, with whispers swirling about Jennifer's newfound appreciation for Kevin Costner, not just as an actor but as a presence, Ben couldn't help but wonder, had he spoken it into existence? The final showdown? One thing about Ben Affleck, he wasn't one to back down from a challenge. If Jennifer wanted rugged masculinity, he could deliver. The next morning, he made a decision. If Costner had the cowboy look locked down, Ben would double down on his own strengths. He strode into the kitchen, where Jennifer was sipping coffee, flipping through her phone. "You know," he said casually, "I was thinking of directing a Western." Jennifer raised an eyebrow. "Really?" "Yeah, something gritty, lots of action, maybe even a role for me, something in the vein of Costner's Yellowstone character, a tough guy. Brooding, taking no nonsense." Jennifer smirked, amused. "You, a cowboy?" Ben leaned in. "Stranger things have happened." She laughed, and for a moment, the tension that had been brewing between them eased. Maybe he had seen this coming, but maybe, just maybe, it wasn't too late to rewrite the script. Because if Hollywood had taught Ben Affleck anything, it was that every love story deserved a good plot twist. And if that plot twist involved him riding a horse in a Stetson, so be it.